chosen ones, empaths. The narcissist knew you were a good person. When they first laid eyes on you, when they first made it a plan in their heads to target you precisely, they saw you were a good person. They knew you were a good person. And it's because you're a good person why we find ourselves in this situation. You see, we gave them the benefit of the doubt. We overlooked their issues, problems that arose. We overlooked them. You know, we look for the best in people. We think, oh, they didn't mean it like that. Oh, they didn't mean to do it that way. That's what we done. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Because you're a good person. You know what's messed up in this whole situation? Is that we're dealing with these creatures that prey on good people. They literally prey on good people. They wait for people like you to come along and present themselves. And they knuckle down. They get inside. In whatever form. Friendship, relationship, work, colleague, whatever type of situation, business partner. You know, they see you're a good person. It speaks in a language with unspoken words, not a language of words, but a language. It's like a language. They see it in how you navigate through this life. They just see it all around you. It's in your aura. You're a good person. And you know what? They treated us badly. They treated us mean. They devalued us, diminished us, took advantage of us, took advantage of our good nature and used it against us. This is what they've done. But they've always known you're a good person. So they've always thought, I've got them figured out. I've got them figured out. Even if you've gone through a discard now, you haven't spoken to them in months or years. You know, in their minds, they think, I've got them figured out. You know, they're a good person. I will need to leave it a bit of extra time. Leave them on the hob, on the cooker. Let them boil a bit. You know, I will need to let them, you know, let them brew a bit. I can walk back in their life anytime. That's what the narcissist thinks. And this is why we need to actually change who we are towards these types of characters. You see, it's not only this narcissist we're going to encounter in this life. We're going to encounter more. In different forms. Might not be a romantic partner this time. Might be a friend. Might be a colleague. Might be associate. Might whatever. We're going to encounter numerous amounts of these people in our lifetime because narcissism is so prevalent in today's society. Okay? It's so prevalent. There's so many of them. Coverts, overts, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. Spiritual narcissists, there's different sorts of them, but they're all the same. You know what I'm saying? They're narcissists, right? But it's time, you know, the narcissist knows we're good people. They know we're a good person. But it's time that they don't see that side of us. It's time we turn dark. You see, we've got a problem. And that problem, it's not a problem. Let me backtrack. Disregard what I just said there. Disregard that. It's not a problem. We've got something that's inside us, empaths. which is called empathy. So we don't like to hurt the feelings of others, even when people have done wrong against us. We still like internalize and go through our thought process about offending someone or hurting someone's feelings. But you know what? I've had enough of it. I need you to have enough of it as well. We need to turn dark, because these lot prey on our kindness. I'm telling you, their plans are so calculated. Their plans are so calculated. You know, they'll do different kind of scenarios. They'll do different things to check your temperament, right? They're constantly checking your temperament with these hoovers, with these calls, with these texts, and they're trying to figure you out and suss you out. Where's your mind state at? Where's your mind state at? It's time we just turn dark, you know? Show them no feeling. Show them no remorse. I don't care if you were this person for 2 decades, right? I don't care if you got children with them. You need to turn dark. If you still have to encounter them, you got children with them, whatnot. You just need to turn dark to them. I'm not saying a dark empath, because dark empaths have traits of narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. I'm not talking about a dark empath, but I'm talking, like I mentioned in my previous video yesterday, we've awakened now to these creatures. We need to use it to our advantage. We need to turn dark. And if that means, you know, not speaking to certain people, cutting certain people out of our life, then it has to be done. You know, because for too long, they've preyed on our kindness. They've preyed on our good nature. We still keep that good nature. We show that good nature to those who are deserving of us showing that kindness to them. But we can't be out there like a free loving spirit, giving our love to the world when the world don't accept us for us. These people don't accept us for us. They don't accept kind people. They don't accept good-hearted people. They don't accept empathetic people. They don't accept us. They devalue us. They smear our name. They lie to us. They cheat from us. They steal from us. They manipulate us. Why should we be showing love and kindness and care and consideration to these types of individuals? No, we shouldn't. You know? And they've always seemed to got their hooks into us. Even after they're gone, after you've broken up, after you separated, after you've gone separate ways, they've always got their hooks into us. They're always still, you know, prodding us from a distance, doing stuff from a distance, doing stuff from afar, you know. They always have their hooks in. We need to remove these hooks, man. Strip it down, you know. Strip it down. Get rid of all these hooks and all these, you know what I'm saying? They get so intertangled in our lives. These parasites. They're disgusting, despicable creatures, you know, that prey on your kindness. That's why they were with you. You know, they want to come devalue you. Oh, and tell you you're this and tell you you're that and tell you you're this and that and be all mean and miserable and whatever, right? But they only come around you because you're kind. They can't go to people like they are, you know. They can't go around people like they are. Why can't they go around people like they are? Because they'll get no supply. They won't get that supply that we used to give. So it's time we cut that supply source. We isolate that supply source. We have to isolate it. Cut it off. You know? These individuals are so messed up, you know. I'm telling you, they get thrills, yeah, of the weirdest types of stuff. They're so messed up and delusional in their heads. So when they're doing their little temperament checkers, like how you have antennas, you know, antennas on them little bugs and they wiggle, you know what I'm saying? That's what their little hoovers are like, and their little temperament checkers, as I like to call them. They're constantly checking your temperament. That's why, you know, you ain't spoke to them in a while and you'll get a message. And then, you know, we're good-natured. We respond to the messages. And they're like, all right, yeah, I've sussed them out. They're about this now, they're about that. They're constantly analyzing everything we do. They don't understand us. They're studying us like a species they don't understand. This is why it's so messed up. We were just around them being loving, being caring, being genuine, being kind, being empathetic, You know, in whatever scenario this is, whether a relationship, romantic relationship, friendship, whatever, we was just around these people showing love. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand it. They're analyzing us. They're studying us like a degree. They're studying us to try to figure us out all the time. Even when they're treating you mean, when they're devaluing you, they're saying, how will this person respond to this? If I devalue them and make them feel like nothing, what will happen? I can crush this person. I can destroy this person. This is what they think in their heads. You know, this is what they think in their heads. You know, I can create a big, huge smear campaign and make everyone hate them, even though they're innocent and even though they're a good person that helped me and built me up. And they know exactly what we done for them. It's why they never let go. They don't let go. You know what I'm saying? These narcissists just don't let go. I'm telling you that because of all of the good deeds we've done, we planted seeds. I've said this before. We're like spiritual farmers. We planted seeds that will grow into ripe fruits, tall trees. We planted seeds that will grow into ripe fruits. We didn't plant seeds that are weeds. You know what I'm saying? So we will reap the benefit of everything that we've done. We've done a good deed. We tried to help them out. We've done our best. We've done our best. There's no saving these lot. There's no saving these lot at all. There's no saving these lot, I promise you. All they want to do is prey on this good nature that you have. And they'll never forget all of the kind things that you've done for them and the genuine things you've done for them. But you know, when we cut it off, right? When we cut it off and say no more, I don't want this trouble around me. I don't want your negative energy around me. I don't want your parasitic behavior around me. I don't want you dusty weirdos around me. And we turn dark. You know what I'm saying? We have to turn dark to them. That's all they understand. That's the language they speak. That's the language that will put them in check. That's the language that will keep them at a distance. And that's the language that will keep them away. You see, narcissists that I've been involved with in my life and psychopaths understand that there's a streak in me. And they understand that when I turn dark, I've turned dark. I've turned your light off. You no longer exist in my world. You're dead to me. I hate you. No, backtrack on that. That's another backtrack. Sorry, I'm backtracking in this video today. Please forgive me. I don't hate because it consumes my heart. And it weighs heavy on my heart if I hate. But I've got a strong dislike towards these characters. Right? And you know what? That's why they keep at a distance from me. That's why I just get an odd poke. You know what I'm saying? Through social media, from a fake profile. Or some other kind of scandalous, weird stuff. Right? They prod at me from a distance. But no, they will not come around me now. And you know what? Even if they dared to call my phone and want to come around me, I'll just politely say, but with a dark twist, I'm not interested. I don't want to meet you. I'm too busy. You know what I'm saying? Because I've got certain characters from my past that are so messed up and deranged. But I know they still think about me. I know these characters are so deranged. And I know a lot of you don't believe in this stuff. And I don't really believe it has an effect either. But I've got a lot of people from my past that were involved in practicing witchcraft. They're weirdos. They make contracts with demons in the spiritual realm to try and mess up someone's life. And I've had countless people from my past that have posed as friends and associates and romantic partners that actually practice this kind of weird crap, right? And, you know, I've confronted them about it back in the day. I've confronted them and told them, you do this. I've done all that. I ain't got time for them no more. They still want to masquerade with that artificial light like they're an old friend. Hi, how you doing? I haven't spoke to you in a while. I'm not interested. I've turned dark. I have no time. I have time for you guys. I have time, you see. You know, I tried to post. Today I haven't done it. I apologize. But I try to normally post a few videos a day to give you guys a selection. I run the sessions. I try to give you guys a lot of time of my time and my energy, right? But I don't give this to people that are not deserving of it. I feel like you lot are deserving of it. And I'm trying to help in any way, shape possible I can, right? But when it comes to these weird characters that they are, I don't know what they are, you know what I'm saying? Narcissists, even the word narcissist doesn't even do it the justice of what they are, you know what I'm saying? They're disgusting, despicable creatures, right? We just have to turn our lights out off on them. It's the only way they learn. It's the only language they understand. That love language that we used to speak when we used to care for them and caress them and treat them well and praise them and help them through navigate them through their life and help them, you know, and do all this stuff for them. They didn't understand that. They never reciprocated that. There was no reciprocity involved. They didn't understand what we was doing. They looked at us as a weakling. They looked at us as something beneath them because we done that. Because we helped them. That's what they looked. They looked at it as an opportunity of something to destroy. So the only language these lot understand is us turning dark. So us empaths out there need to turn dark to these people. And if it means going no contact, go no contact. If it means telling them to go away and get out of your life, tell them to get out of your life. If it means turning your lights off and, you know, just cutting them out, cut them out. You know what I'm saying? But we can't show them that light that we have in our heart. We can't show them our light. We only can show them darkness. We just have to be dark to them now. It's the only way they learn. It's the only way they get the message. Gone are the days, you know, gone are the days when someone walks out of our life like all of us have experienced, yeah? They walked out of our life or reverse discard us or pushed us too far, so, you know, we had to get rid of them or whatever like that. Gone are the days when we were going to beg for them back and plead with them and all of that stuff now. Turn dark. You know what I'm saying? We have to just turn dark on these people. It's the only way forward. And you know what? I'm not... to the regular person, to your family, to the ones that you're nearest and dearest, to your trusted confidants, to people that you respect and, you know, you don't need to be dark with them at all because these lot appreciate your love. These lot understand you. These lot care for you just like you care for them, you know? It's a symbiotic relationship. I think that's the right word, but there's caring from both sides of the party. Right? So we don't need to be dark to them. We don't need to be dark to everyone. So these little creatures will understand that we've just turned dark to them. We don't like them. We despise them. That's the types of words that need to come to mind, you know? You get a thought, say one day in your head, of a good time that you had, inverted commas, because I don't believe there's no good times with these creatures. They always had a motive on their hands and they was always planning something. So anyway, these so-called good times, right? These so-called good times. When you get a thought of that, you need to back it up and you need to say, no, that's an intrusive thought. I despise this person. This is what you need to tell your brain. We need to rewire our brains and our consciousness. We need to rewire it and make sure that our brain understands, our heart understands that we despise these types of individuals. There's nothing more that we want from them. There's nothing more that we are going to give to them. There's nothing more in this relationship. It's over. It's done with. You know? I know how it is. You have a drink or something and you send a drunken message to them or something like that. Be careful, you know, when you're intoxicated, if you had a drink and you start wanting to talk your feelings, be very careful, you know, because it catches us off guard, you know. So just be careful that you don't send no drunken messages or anything like that. You need to, anytime they creep into your mind, you need to think, I despise you. I dislike you. I don't want you around me. I gave you so much. There was never anything I got back apart from abuse. Get the hell out of my mind. Get the hell out of my life. Because that's what we honestly need to focus on now. We need to focus on destroying this memory we have of them through the healing journey. Destroy these bad, abusive scenarios that we have in our head that we went through and we endured. Yes, they're going to live with us because we are victims of abuse. Yes, they will stay with us for some time. But we can do our inner work and inner healing to try and destroy this mindset, or at least come up with a result of when intrusive thoughts come in about them, thoughts that you don't want to be thinking about. You reject those thoughts with, I despise you. I dislike you. I don't want you around me. Get the hell out of my head. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. We just got to turn dark. Because, you know, if we carry on going through life with this heart that we have, this heart is so precious. This heart is so precious that you have, empath. This heart is so precious, you know. And these lot try to destroy it. And like I said to you in the video yesterday, if you watch it back, I said about the thicker skin you get from the wound. You know, when we get a scar, we get a thicker skin, right? So we've got a thicker skin now. These wounds will heal. This, you know, it won't be so fleshy, and, you know, these wounds will heal on us, you know. Just take your time to focus and actually focus on healing, right? But back to what the title of the video, right? They knew we was a good person. It's why they picked you. It's why they targeted us. And it's why they picked us from amongst a whole bunch of people they could have been with. They chose us. Whether friendship, whether business partner, whether family, you know, they chose us. They chose us. I know we don't choose our family, but they might have chose to get close to you in a certain way compared to other family members or something like that. But they chose us because they know we're a good person. And it's time they just never see that side to us again. And we turn dark on them for the rest of their days. It's over. They're done with. We just have to turn dark. There's no other option. It is the only language that these lot understand. They will get to know. It will put them in check. It will put them in their place. So we just got to turn dark. But make sure that we don't let this darkness get out of hand. You've got to tame it. You've got to know who to apply this darkness to, who not to apply it to. We don't just want to become a dark empath and totally turn dark. We want to tame it and make sure that we handle it correctly and only show the darkness to those that are deserving of having this darkness projected at them, put their way. You understand? Like, because it can get out of control. You know, when we turn dark, it's like the door slam that I talk about, you know. Door slam, bolt and weld it shut. That's the darkness in you, you know. When you're strong enough to actually door slam them, bolt and weld it shut and lock them out, you know what I'm saying? That's the darkness in you. That thing there that makes you do that. That thing there that makes you cut them off and not respond to them. That thing there that makes you... That's the darkness I'm talking about. That's what we need. But just tame it. Make sure it don't overflow and start flowing into other areas of your life that it don't need to be flowing, you know? And we don't turn into our oppressor, right? We don't want to turn into them entirely, but we just want to show people like them that side of us, that dark side. and we keep the loving, caring, empathetic, beautiful side of us to those that are deserving of it. And this will send a message loud and clear that we're not to be messed with anymore. You know? So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got a secondary channel, a spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.